All right, bro, it's T and I'm back with another video on Jason Blaha Strength and Fitness, bro. TRT gives zero advantage to people with a healthy production already. Well, let's see if that's true. Let's review this video together and see what Blaha says, broski.
Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and today I want to chat with you guys about something that I feel like people don't discuss enough, and it's almost a ridiculous topic. You know, and it has to do with people just being so anti-TRT that they ascribe benefits to it that don't exist, to the point where people who wouldn't benefit actually talk about going on TRT. And here's what people need to understand. All right, if you go on TRT, that means testosterone replacement therapy.
Yes.
And you do not need it, you're not going to get benefits from it. Okay?
If you're going to if you don't need it, you won't get benefits from it. Well, it's so low dose, man, really, TRT. People fool you, the steroid. You look at that steroid people and they're like, I'm on TRT now. You're maintaining the cosmetic look with TRT, that fake cosmetic look that is being exuded. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know, man. People take TRT, why? They say, well, my testosterone is low or it's crashed or something. Well, I don't understand. All these guys, these gym bros, they say, oh, but lift a heavy weight and it's going to raise your testosterone. Well, and then they say they have low testosterone because lifting heavy weight, it does. There's a spike in testosterone, but then it crashes it because you're a chronic lifter. Get it? The stress crashes it. The inflammatory response and all that crashes your testosterone. If you come in there too often, like most people do anyways, they're chronic lifting because they just love lifting weights like a factory worker without pay.
Yeah. I want to be clear there. People say, well, that doesn't make sense. So if I take a replacement dose of testosterone, you know, whether prescribed by their doctor or not, let's just...
A replacement dose? What are you replacing? Your own testosterone? There's nothing wrong with you. What's wrong with you is that you are the wrong. You are creating the wrong. The body doesn't do anything. The body is there to keep you alive. It wouldn't do anything. You understand me? It's what you're putting in your mouth and what you're doing to your body is causing low testosterone. That's why people are like, oh, you know, they've got you all like in the news. Oh, we got low testosterone. We used to have high, now it's low. Well, why was it high back then? You think they were eating better than us today, or they were doing something better than us? You got gyms, don't you? You got gyms. You live much easier today. There's more wealth. There's more everything. Why do you have low testosterone? Why do you have low testosterone? What's the matter with you? See what I mean? Oh, they replaced your diet with a vegan diet, like in McDonald's. There's no more beef tallow. There's no more lard. Oh, I see. So they're taking away all the animal fats, all the good stuff that actually helps boost testosterone. Oh, okay. Don't eat raw eggs because, you know, that, like, what is it? Cholesterol is bad for you. Animal cholesterol is bad for you. Yeah, you got to go vegan cholesterol or vegan seed oil and whatever else, man. All this garbage food. You got to eat a lot of cereal and weird foods and everything, processed, you know, fortified foods, just these weird artificial food diet, plants and whatever, all artificially engineered.
Let's, if it's TRT, it's prescribed by a doctor. All right. So irrespective of whether the doctor gives it to you or not, the body doesn't care. Okay. Again, a medication has an effect on you irrespective of where you get it or why or the motive, okay? Biology is still biology. Okay, let's set that aside. If a person goes on a replacement dose of testosterone who is already producing testosterone, their body is not going to have the replacement dose plus natural production. Your natural production is going to drop. Okay, it works on a negative feedback loop. This is why people talk about things like post-cycle therapy, PCT, like people who use stuff who come on and off talk about that. That's why that whole...
They come on and off. I don't understand PCT. Okay, go on, coach. Educate us.
Concept exists. Why?
You know, coach is foremost, he's an expert on it because he's a steroid user and he says he's on TRT and steroids, this, that. I don't know, man. Why do you need all this stuff? You must be so unhealthy. Here's the thing. If you need an artificial hormone, then you must be extremely unhealthy. And if you think a gym is going to make you healthy, You gotta be out of your mind. Ain't no gym gonna make you healthy, that's for sure.
Because the stuff they took
If anything, it's gonna stress you and fuck your health. That's what it's gonna do.
made their body stop producing it. Hey, it works on a negative feedback loop.
Your body stop producing testosterone? Why would your body stop producing testosterone? Your body's meant to keep you alive. It would never stop producing something unless you did something to it. Yeah.
In the human body, all right, you ready for this? In the human body, when your brain and nervous system senses that you have elevated testosterone that's not supposed to be there, it just stops making it. It sends a signal to your testicles and stuff to stop producing testosterone because you don't need it. You already have plenty. If you have plenty, it will stop making it. So within a matter of weeks, and it won't be immediate, it might take a month. It might take 6 weeks for this to happen. But eventually, if you fully replace your normal amount, like you completely and 100% replace it, your body will drop to zero production. Now, if you only replace a small amount...
Nah, it's because you suppressed it taking artificial hormones. So in order to get it to go back up, then you have to go off of it now slowly, these steroids, for your testosterone to go back up. So if you did it for 2 years, you need to do it for 2 years and start tapering it off so that it could start elevating. That is the problem. See, that is the issue. So what do people do? They cut corners. They take HCG to try to rebound, or they take this TRT stuff. Yeah, the TRT. Same thing. TRT to whatever, to manage this problem, but you don't have a problem. You can get your testosterone to go back to normal if you stop doing whatever it is you're doing to crash it.
Like 50% of what your body is producing, it'll drop eventually down to about 50% production. It will try to maintain that homeostasis of where it thinks you're supposed to be. Okay?
Yeah, I will agree with some of the stuff he says. He's got like some experience, right? He's been taking steroids, TRT. I don't know. How's that work for you, coach? Doesn't look so good, man. You look sarcopenic.
And this is lost on a lot of people who are like, oh, so yeah, all you did was suppress your production.
Have you guys seen the new analysis on beef? What beef can do? Here, I'll give you a quick prep. Oh, by the way, here, look at this shrimp. It's there's so many shrimp in here, 51 count. Look, 568 grams. And people are going to be like, well, I'll eat 100 grams of protein. That's enough to build a muscle. I eat that in one shot. Sometimes I eat 3 of these bags in one shot. How many grams of protein have I eaten if there's 568 grams in there? So eating beef starves off cancer, scientists discover, and tumors. It starves off cancer and tumors. Yeah, they tell you right here. It says a specific fatty acid found in beef, lamb, and dairy products improves the body's ability to attack and kill tumors. Yeah, eating red meat and dairy could help to fight cancer, a new study suggests. Scientists have discovered that a specific fatty acid found in beef and lamb and dairy products improves the body's ability to attack and kill tumors. Yeah, broski. It's a new thing. You can find this online and read it. Yeah. Isn't that interesting? Yeah. So let's go back to this video.
The only thing you did is require yourself to get a shot frequently, to buy something, and then to make your body stop making its own. Because it doesn't need to.
Yeah. That's for people that don't need testosterone and they take testosterone. Testosterone is a sex hormone. It's not going to build muscle. Here's the thing. All these goofballs, they think testosterone builds muscle when in fact, when you take testosterone and you eat an unnatural artificial diet like carbohydrates, which is not a human diet, that will absorb those carbohydrates as an energy source into your muscles. Yeah. But in order to build real muscle, the protein got to exceed that breakdown. It's got to exceed that breakdown to actually see mass on that myofibrillar. And it doesn't just happen the first, second, or third week or fourth week or whatever. Once it starts to take off and those proteins build up, then those cells can get bigger. And they'll get bigger and bigger and bigger. But it takes a while before you could actually see something visually. You have to give it a little bit of time. And within the 3rd month, you come out and you're like, wow, now I really see some growth there. Bam. So that is a very tough process to go through to be in an anabolic growth state. That protein needs to exceed this breakdown. You understand me? In proteins. And there's a window signaling for breakdown. When you go to the gym, you're breaking down constantly, day, night, night and day, whatever. And then you just open a window there all the time, but you're never exceeding that. You're just filling in the gap, which you just lost. Yeah.
Right? It doesn't have to. You've got plenty. It doesn't need to make any. It just stops.
Think about this. If your protein exceeds breakdown, that must mean that you're suppressing the catabolic hormone. You're suppressing breakdown. You're actually building now. If you're building, then you've suppressed the catabolic hormone. The catabolic hormone has to convert to an androgen, so it doesn't have to compete with the myocytic androgen receptor, giving you more force production. See what I mean? So if you get more force production, you can lift heavier, and you can cause more damage to the muscle fibers, the stronger ones or weaker ones, and then they break down, and then they donate nuclei, and then they get bigger. Protein synthesis exceeds this breakdown, your anabolic growth state, and you keep growing those fibers and everything through what I would call ultra-structural muscle damage training, not sarcoplasmic training or heavy lifting training. Get it? To get more androgen receptors or whatever. In bodybuilding is much more sophisticated than any of these sports because it's based on ultra-structural muscle injury. So you're injuring bone and you're injuring muscle. When muscle and bone is unaccustomed to these movements every time you come in, you're unaccustomed to doing that. It's not custom. See what I mean? Now, the ones that did get broken, they won't get broken again because they're ultra structurally healed to be stronger, bigger, better, stronger, and faster. Yeah, that is the whole point. See, you're moving up in the world. Yeah, man. Okay.
It's not my opinion. This is not, something I made up. This is well understood. This was understood before I was even born, and I'm 46 years old. This is
He's not telling us anything we don't really know.
Known in the scientific.
Most people have no clue that in 2023, the best way to make money on Amazon is not with...
You're not getting a net benefit. There's no ignorant. Okay, but you're not going to have fluctuations. So you're just going to have peaks and valleys. Now, there are some hypotheses.
The question is, how do you raise testosterone? How do you raise testosterone, which is a sex hormone? How do you raise it? It's complicated. If you're a young person, I suggest you try something called brewer's yeast, if you can find it in your health food store in the neighborhood somewhere. Try and find it and try it out. You'll notice your sex drive is going to be through the roof. Yeah, it's a very unusual product. It stimulates growth. It definitely stimulates some growth in your body. It's a very unusual fungus, or I don't know, you could call it that. They use it in beer production, but it is extremely high in minerals and vitamins and minerals and B vitamins and things. But I wouldn't replace it with, that with beef. Yeah, don't replace beef with that, but yeah, you still need beef and things. You need animal products to build muscle. The thing with brewer's yeast, the uptake is out of animal protein. That's what makes it so sophisticated as a supplement. You can call it a supplement. It's a food, but as a supplement, if you want to use it in your regime for lifting and building muscle, yeah, definitely recommend it. I wouldn't recommend it over long term, very, very long term, but just that short period, that window when you do build muscle really quick, because muscle's built really quick in a short window. You have to be in an anabolic growth state. How do you do that? Protein synthesis needs to exceed that breakdown. So you need to be full all the time, eating shitloads of protein, then going to the gym and doing whatever it is you're doing. I don't know if it's chronic lifting, you want to do that, try to get more mass, or do you want to do ultra-structural muscle injury, coming in once a week or 10 days and smashing it, getting these ultra-structural injuries, repairing them, remodeling, bigger, better, stronger, and faster. That is much more better. That is harder. There's a pain threshold. People don't like it. It's uncomfortable maybe. The DOMs, the this, the that, you know. Even the eating is very uncomfortable for people. That's why they are never exceeding that breakdown. And so what do? Eat a herbivore diet, and then they create artificial muscles, sarcoplasmic. They mistaken that for being real. It's fake. Then they say, well, I got a bigger, but I'm not getting a stronger lift. Why is that? You know what I mean? All these stupid things, or he's a big guy, but he's not strong. Well, maybe because it's just a lot of weight he's carrying. I don't know. It's really hard to say who's a strong guy, who's a big guy, strong guy. Is a mesomorph the same as endomorph or an ectomorph? Are all these body types similar? No. What's the difference between ectomorph and mesomorph? Well, a mesomorph has more muscle fibers per count than an ectomorph. So you will never catch up to him unless you get more fibers. I don't know, than him, or make him up the same, whatever. But he will always be bigger and stronger than you, always. Yeah, because he has that body type. You don't have that. And so, yeah, testosterone, do you really need that? I don't know, man. But you definitely don't want to raise your estrogen by going to a gym and stressing the fuck out of yourself, chronically lifting, will lower your testosterone. And this vegan diet crap that you're eating, these carbohydrates, sugar, and everything, they're increasing estrogen. Hello? Yeah, so that's what's defeating the purpose. So yeah, but it is a sex hormone. Does it build muscle? Well, progenitor cells build muscles, and protein and all that builds muscle. So this whole testosterone thing, when they removed certain hormones or certain progenitor cells or whatever, they noticed that one, like a PAX7, if you remove PAX7, then this other type of progenitor cell would step in and compensate for the lack of the progenitor cell, the PAX7, to build muscle. So yeah, if testosterone is low, then something else will take its place. For example, if you cut your balls off, well, then your body has to release growth hormone. The growth hormone will have to compensate for the lack of whatever's happening there. Then you have other glands that release hormones, plus your prostate releases, it creates testosterone as well. If you didn't know that, then you should look it up. So there are other modalities and things or processes in your body that do create testosterone. So it's not just one thing. So if you were to crush your fucking nuts, man, your prostate would take over, growth hormone, your glands, all these other glands, they would take over and compensate for the loss of that, for sure. You know what I mean? You will compensate for the loss of something in your body. Like lose a kidney, your left kidney will compensate for the loss of the other kidney or something like that, yeah.
Just the peaks and valleys might actually be slightly more anabolic, by the way. So if that hypothesis is true, then you're losing gains.
Look, you are no longer growing after the age of 25. So whatever you ate at a young age, you technically can build muscle at a young age, but you don't know the modalities to build certain muscles. Even though you ate a certain amount of food, that uptake could still work on a small caloric diet. These ultrastructural muscle injuries, you could have probably grown them still if you were still in that growth phase to the age of 24. But your growth plates and everything, they close, so you're not growing anymore. So you're not particularly, I would say, very anabolic. So really, to build muscle after the age of 24, you kind of lost that kind of window, right? That easy window. That's why a lot of people, they get great gains up to the age of 24, and then you go, they're fake natties. No, they're pretty much getting good gains because their hormones are regulated. In order to lose weight, your hormones need to be regulated. They're unregulated. That's why you're getting fat and you have all these problems, obesity and all that. It's the hormones that you have to fix first, and then everything else will come after that. And then the food, the diet, blah, 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 blah. So you have to fix that. How do you fix it? With food and specific things you need to do. Yeah, this TRT bullshit's garbage.
Now, so that's, one hypothesis is that it would help gains. Another hypothesis is that it would lose gains. The evidence at this point suggests that neither one is right, or if they are, that it's too small to measure. So the net result is no, there doesn't appear to be a benefit.
They definitely will bind to the androgen receptor, giving you more force production, thus giving you more a new adaptation if you can go heavier when you haven't gone that heavy before. If it's a new heavy, then you've gotten a new adaptation. See what I mean? There's something that happened to the muscle fiber. There's a new adaptation. Yeah, if you go much heavier. But it won't work if protein does not exceed that breakdown in that adaptation. Again, so it doesn't matter how much testosterone you eat, it won't build that muscle. That's why you see people out there, they're like, yeah, I'm taking these things, testosterone, does that, but it's not working. It's not really working.
All right, a potential downside to where you could lose. In some cases, here we go. In some cases, when people have an exogenous amount, their estrogen goes up too high. Not always.
I would agree with that. That's an aromatization thing that happens. That's why. It's aromatizing, so your estrogen goes up.
And then they have to have it controlled. Okay, so let's come over to that. If your doctor has to prescribe you an AI to get estrogen back into range, as a general rule, AIs tend to drop you too low. That means IGF-1 goes down. So even if your testosterone is the same, but your estrogen is reduced, you will gain less muscle. Now we just got people upset. Let me state that again.
How can a molecule build a muscle without the proper means? Food builds muscle. So let's say you eat testosterone, but you just eat a bowl of cereal and some fucking cookies or some chips throughout the day. You think you're gonna build a muscle? That testosterone is gonna build that muscle. You have to be crazy to think that. That's why a lot of people, you go, oh, he's on testosterone. It doesn't really show any gains. Then he'll say, oh, they just have better genetics than me. No, it's because you're not eating anything, bro. Or they take the drugs and then finally they start actually eating and they start gaining weight. But they don't even know if that's real weight or fake weight because they're eating fake artificial food and mixing it in there with some real food. And it's not working because it's anti-nutrient, so forth and so on. So you have a lot of problems, insulin resistance, anti-nutrients. So it makes it even harder for you to build real muscle. Look, if you're eating herbivore diet and you're eating carnivore diet, okay, you're mixing it together, this fucking weird fruit, vegetable, whatever bullshit on processed food, and then it causes you to be insulin resistant at the same time, and they're anti-nutrient. So if they're anti-nutrient and insulin resistant, then it's defeating the purpose of you going to the gym, trying to lift weights constantly, and then you go, well, but I'm eating like now I'm eating 200 or 300 grams of muscle, 300 grams of protein, and it's still not working because it's anti-nutrient and you're insulin resistant, duh. And your testosterone, your estrogen goes up, your testosterone is crashed. It's just not working for you because you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
If you have to go into a situation to where you have to have an AI on the replacement dose,
Yeah.
even on the same amount of testosterone. So let's come back over to this point, this idea that...
Is Coach still on testosterone? He must be. Yeah. He's such a loser.
TRT gives an advantage to healthy people is not true.
Especially young people that are still growing. Absolutely zero advantage. Anything you're doing there, you're just wasting your time. Yeah, it's a cosmetic look for sure, steroids. But if you want to take cosmetics, go ahead. Put cosmetics on your face, inject cosmetic, do cosmetic stuff, bro. But it's fake at the end of the day. Yeah.
This idea that it gives people... That doesn't happen in the normal physiological range, even in studies. That happens when you start doubling or tripling the normal range.
Look at Coach. He has man boobs, see? Because of all the shit he's doing. His estrogen is really, really high. That's why he lost his hair due to high estrogen. And yeah, and that's why he has these man boobs. And now he's suffering from sarcopenia. Looks terrible.
All right, is everyone clear?
We're
All right,
clear, man. I gotta go. See you in the next video. Tell me what you think about Jason Blaha. TRT gives him zero advantage, I guess. I don't know. That's what he thinks. Yeah, okay, whatever. See you in the next one. Ciao, friends. Like, subscribe, support the channel, and comment down below. Helps the algorithm. See you later, man.